some of you may know what this is and some of you may not. Well, it's pretty obvious. It's a can opener. A manual can opener, which I'm pretty sure it's antique. And I've never used one of these before. I have no idea how this is supposed to work.
Do you want me to show you?
Do you know?
Yeah, I've used it.
Okay, well come on this side of me and kind of just direct me on what to do.
You gotta start a hole first.
Okay, get it started.
Get a hole in there.
What am I opening?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
I don't make pumpkin from scratch anymore, seeing as we don't have little children and need to use pumpkin.
Okay, I got a hole. Is that how you're supposed to do it? Just punch it down like that?
Right, and now push it.
Hang on. Hold on. I'm not.
Let me.
Okay. Now you push it this way?
Yeah. But no, I don't. You gotta go all the way around.
Oh, it's working.
It works.
So you put it in there and then you pull it.
Alright, it's just a pain.
Yeah, it is a pain. It cuts slowly.
You gotta be strong to mess with that thing.
This is one old timey. Hey, I can do this better than I can use that electric one though.
That's true.
Oh, you can't take too big of a bite at one time, can you?
No.
And how liquidy is this? Can I just open it halfway and bend the thing back? Or?
No, but it's not liquidy.
It's not working too well. I'm not having a good experience.
That's why they came up with different can openers.
Well, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way this time.
I know you are, but that's why they...
Folks, in this video, if you haven't figured it out by now, we're making a pumpkin pie. I think that's good enough. We can dig that out. Folks, that's an antique can opener. For real.
And I don't like it, because look at all it leaves.
Well, yeah, it does. It leaves a lot of...
It's very dangerous.
Very dangerous. I'll be right back. Let me clean this old-timey can opener and hang it back on the wall. Okay. We need to tell them what we need first.
Right.
What are the ingredients?
Well, as soon as I put this in, I'll tell you, because it's on the can.
So
the recipe is on the back of the can of pumpkin.
The pumpkin filling.
Libby's pumpkin, okay?
So this, yeah, you're just using a can. You're not using real pumpkin.
No, I have done it in the past, though. Because
but a real pumpkin is one heck of a mess. I'll tell you what. I won't even
cook the pumpkin, mash it,
forget it,
strain it. It's a lot of work.
I won't even do that for Halloween.
This is cheaper when you buy them on sale. It's a lot easier.
While you're doing that, I'll open this other can. After I shake it well.
You're going to have to take the lid off to recycle this anyway.
You can tell them what all's in the pumpkin pie, what all
I will in a minute. As soon as I
the
get
ingredients that they're going to need.
As soon as I get it, everything out of here. I don't like using that can opener because it leaves all these metal edges that are raw sitting out here.
You're going to need that.
Okay, I'm not going to try to scrape it all out.
Okay, here, let me have it. I'll wash it out.
No, I got to tell you what.
Oh, you need the can, that's right.
Okay, here's the recipe for famous pumpkin pie.
It's your famous pumpkin pie. Or well, actually, whose is it?
Mine, but it's really Libby's.
Libby's, okay.
All right, 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Right here.
Got sugar.
Half a teaspoon of salt.
Got some salt. 2 eggs.
Well, I haven't gotten to that yet. A teaspoon of ground cinnamon.
Alright.
Right there. A half a teaspoon of ground ginger, which looks like we're barely going to have enough of that.
Alright.
And 1/4 of a teaspoon of cloves. No nutmeg in that. Cloves.
Ground up cloves?
Okay.
Cloves, okay.
And what's not on this recipe...
Do you want to preheat the oven?
Yeah. Put it on 400. Maybe. I don't know what the recipe is for that. The oven.
I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. Okay. It's on 400.
Okay.
Recording.
I always add, after the cloves,
Molasses.
there's 2 eggs
2 eggs.
right there.
Yep.
1 can of Libby's pure pumpkin right here.
We've already put that in the bowl.
A can of carnation evaporated milk, or whatever kind of milk you want. This
Hold
is,
on, something's wrong.
What?
There's something in that can.
Yeah, it's not evaporated yet.
What? You buy a can of evaporated milk, it ain't supposed to have nothing in it.
It's
It
evaporated
should
the
be
water.
it should be empty.
It means evaporated water.
Oh, so
And then
okay.
I dump a little bit of this grandma's molasses, unsulfured, in it.
But it makes it all
Because
up.
my grandmother used to do that, and I always liked it.
Oh,
So
molasses in the pie.
that's what I'm going to do.
All right.
This, when you get done, you have to bake at 425.
Okay.
Which
For
is
how
a
long?
little bit of, for 15 minutes.
For 15
So
minutes.
I'm going to go,
425.
wait a minute, that's, mix the sugar.
Mix the sugar with the corn. I mean with the pumpkin.
And the spices,
All right.
a teaspoon, a half, and a quarter.
Okay.
A
What you got there?
teaspoon of cinnamon.
Okay.
That's a half a tablespoon. Don't want that.
A teaspoon.
Here's a
There
teaspoon.
you go. Teaspoon. Whoa!
Okay.
Like you said, don't do it over your...
I know, but it's not that critical in here.
Oh, golly.
Okay.
She just spilled it all over in the pie. Or in the mixture. So, how much are you supposed to have? 1 teaspoon of
1
cinnamon?
teaspoon of cinnamon.
All right. Next.
A half a teaspoon of ginger, which is this.
Okay.
Now here's a half a teaspoon of ginger.
Half a teaspoon.
Yeah, and there's not very. We
don't have very much of
we
that, do
just
you?
barely have a half a teaspoon in here.
And then you're going to want, I'm reading for you on the can, here,
Right.
a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves.
Right.
It does say on the back of this can it makes 8 servings.
Okay. Well, that depends on how you cut the pieces, what kind of servings you get, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, we got all that in there. What's next?
2 large eggs.
Okay.
Shell and all. Just kidding. You can do that later. Let's go ahead and put your eggs in there. Be careful not to get no shell in it. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the people that are watching.
Well,
Of course, unless you like crunchy, you know, in case you like eggshells, then you can put some in if you like.
okay. Now,
Now you're going to put a little molasses. You're going to need help with that. Nope,
Nope.
you opened it?
yeah.
Unbelievable! How much of
Okay,
that?
I don't know. That's
You don't know.
that's enough.
That's enough. How much would you guesstimate that was?
1/4 of a cup maybe.
Just a little bit. Alright? I don't
Alright.
know where this goes.
Right on the bottom. No, just leave it there. Don't worry about it. Gradually stir in the evaporated milk. Okay?
Alright. Now you got your egg beater thing again, your electric whisk or whatever you want to call it. I could use that to mix paint.
This is
That's a good idea. I can put one of those on the end of my drill and use it to mix the paint that I'm going to paint the deck with.
you do not want to use this to make fudge, because they don't make the gears out of metal anymore. They make them out of plastic,
Oh boy.
and it ruins them. I
Oh,
ruined
so-
one
Right.
time. Gradually, otherwise you have splatters all over the kitchen. I'm going to reread my recipe. I didn't put salt in here.
You didn't put the salt in yet. Uh-oh.
Sugar, salt, cinnamon, eggs. Okay. I need a half a teaspoon of salt, and I want to do that over the sink.
Half a teaspoon of salt, folks. There it is. Half a teaspoon of salt.
Sometimes you forget something like I just did.
Yep.
So I always reread the recipe.
That's why it's always a good idea to read the recipe and take everything you need for it out and get it all on your area, your prep area. And when you use that ingredient, go ahead and put it away so you'll know that whatever's left here still needs to go in. Hard to record on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole mixture was in the way. I can get a better picture of it here.
You did good shaking.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's nothing stuck on the bottom.
All right. Okay. Back to the recipe?
The recipe is done.
Oh, okay. Now, you've got your pie shell. We forgot to tell them that in the ingredients, didn't we? That we need a pie shell.
Yeah, well, I guess I forgot because
Y'all probably would have figured that if we're making a
I have a pie shell.
pumpkin pie.
Here's the pie shell because I can't make pie
What you got
shells.
in there? Powdered sugar or something?
No, there was already some flour in there.
Oh, to keep them separated?
It's not homemade because I can't make pie shells.
Right, so it comes from the store like that to keep them separated from sticking, right?
Well, it had a piece of paper in there.
Oh.
So,
Well, that may be flour in there or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
let
Anyhow,
me read this again.
read the recipe.
Sugar, salt, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, eggs, and I put in molasses,
All right.
a can of pumpkin, and a can of evaporated milk.
And it's all in there mixed
and
up together.
unbaked pie shell.
2 eggs.
Okay, you're going to bake this at 425
Okay.
for 15 minutes. Then you're going to turn it down to 350 for 40 to 50 minutes
Okay.
until you stick a table knife in the middle, but don't go all the way down to the crust, just the top of the pudding, and make sure that it's cooked. If the knife comes out clean, then it's cooked enough.
Cooked,
If
okay.
it's not, if it's got stuff on it,
Right.
then you need to let it cook 5 minutes longer
Okay.
or whatever.
Right. You don't want
Till
it
it's
to be,
done.
yeah, I got you. Kind of like an egg. Like cooking an egg. Well, you just made a mess.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. It's all right. I'll clean that up for you later. Just go ahead and do your pie and show them because we're recording. Clean those off. Throw them in the sink. Of course, she's got to taste it.
It's going to be good.
All right. I'm not going to have any.
What?
I
Oh, you
don't care for pumpkin pie that
pumpkin
much. Or whipped cream anymore. I used to like pumpkin pie till I got beat up by whipped cream. If you haven't seen that video, folks, where whipped cream fought back, go ahead and just search in Kaboom. Don't try this at home.
Okay, I always have too much pumpkin to fit in the pie shell. So
You
the
got
little bit of leftover goes in
a little dish.
this little Pyrex dish.
Right.
So that, and I can bake it right in the oven with
the
just
rest.
like,
Okay. So you take your mixture now and you just dump it into your pie shell.
yep. Well, not like that.
You just made another mess.
I know.
Wow.
I might need
A paper towel?
I might need two containers.
You're going to need a paper towel and a maid.
I'm going to try to get that off of there.
Off that crust, yeah. Okay. So now then you're going to use another one of those rings that you made
Yep.
to cover the crust so it doesn't get too cooked or
Okay.
overcooked.
Now, wait a minute. These two have to go in.
All right, now it's ready to just put in the oven. you're on. She's drinking
Okay, folks. I filled it too full.
She's drinking pumpkin pie out of a bowl. Pumpkin pie filling.
We'll show you.
The end product. Stay tuned, right?
After it's baked, we'll show you
Yep.
the finished product.
So stay tuned. Here comes. We're gonna stick it in the oven.
I might need 2 of these.
Nope. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, phone's ringing.
Phone's ringing. I'll be right back. What'd you say you called me? What'd you call me for?
The pumpkin pie's ready.
Pumpkin pie's ready now.
Yeah.
Folks, we've got a pumpkin pie coming out of the oven. Let's take a look at that. Here's our pumpkin pie.
I already
Ooh, look at that.
checked it with a knife to make sure it was cooked.
All right.
All right, and these are the 2 little containers I had to take them
Leftover?
out.
Yep.
That were left over.
All right.
So everything's done, and then later on we will show you how to package those up to go to the party.
Okay.
Alrighty, see you in a while.
We're going to show them how to package them up.
How to put
This
the 2
video is
in
how to cook.
yeah,
pumpkin
but when
pie.
you want to take it with you to a party, you put 2 of them in a cake pan, and I'll show you how to do that. So you don't.
Well,
have to carry-
that might be another video. Or we'll just put that on the end of this video.
Yeah, it's going to be quick.
Okay. Okay, folks, we told you we'd come back and show you how to
This is old redneck mama. I know. I finally fixed myself.
yeah, she fixed herself up.
This is the container
That's how you pack the pies.
that I can pack pies or a cake and a pie,
All
whatever.
right, that's right.
This is a spring form pan.
A spring form pan,
So you can make cheesecake with.
cheesecake pan. Okay.
Put that in there and
Right.
okay.
I got you.
So I'm not using this
Take
part
that
of it.
part out of the cheesecake pan
I'm gonna put the
and open up the spring. Open up the pan
up the spring.
and put that pie right there.
There's 1 pie.
Put that pie right there.
The other pie, you have to open it up a little to get it.
Then you take that and you put that ring around there like that.
That pushes it up.
Yep.
Then you put a plate in
Then
there.
you put a plate on there.
And you put the second pie
Take your pumpkin pie.
on top.
Look at there, folks. It's a double-decker pie holder.
Yep.
Now you can put your lid on
Now,
and carry it to your party.
make sure you lock it with your little, if you have one
If you have
like this.
a cake thing
And
like
that
that.
locks it together and you got,
That's
okay,
and that is, folks, is how you make a pumpkin pie and
a pecan
a bonus.
pie, and carry them with you.
That's how you carry them with you to the party. Hope y'all are having a good party and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Right.
Tell them bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.